Hello, hello everyone. Today we are going to see our sugar cycle and protein optimization. Let's start. I'm going to share my whiteboard and will explain you how the sugar cycle works in our body. This is a complete vague explanation, doesn't happen just as I'm saying. It happens lot different, but for you to understand and inculcate some things in your day-to-day schedule, we have narrowed it down and tried to explain you the sugar cycle in a very subtle and in a very simple way. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to explain you how the sugar cycle spikes and goes down and everything on the whiteboard. Okay, I'll just share my whiteboard right now. Yeah, no whiteboard. Just hold on. Okay, so now you will be able to see the whiteboard. So, for example, we have three sugar levels in our body on a very vague part. So, we'll start by starting in the morning. So, firstly, what happens is there are three sugar levels in our body. So, this is lower level, this is normal level, and this is high in level. So basically, what happens when you wake up in the morning, you are here. Okay, our sugar cycle is our sugar levels is on a lower part, so lower than the normal sugar level. So that means you are hungry, your body needs energy, and your body needs some sugar, some energy to start your day and to do all the day-to-day activities. So initially, your blood sugar, like your blood sugar, is on a very lower level. As you eat, when you do breakfast, what happens is when you eat anything and everything that you eat gets converted into energy levels. Okay. So when you eat, your sugar level increases. But when you eat high sugar food, or when you eat anything that is high on sugar, refined sugar, basically, if you eat uh, typically Indian breakfast, if you have, your sugar spikes up and it goes to the higher range. It goes here. Okay. So as you eat anything, your sugar level increases, and as your sugar level increases, for the energy, for the sugar in your blood to be converted into the form of energy, insulin is released by pancreas. What is released? Insulin. Okay, insulin is released. So when insulin is released, the energy, the sugar that you have over here gets converted into fats. Okay, gets converted into fats and muscles. Means it is stored in fats. It's stored here, and you have for example, you have a tank in your body. This is your tank in your body that stores all the energy. So as you eat, the insulin releases the energy and it's stored in the fat form. Now, as it's stored, your sugar level drops drastically and it goes beyond the normal level. It crashes down and you are hungry again over here. Like if you're hungry initially at 8 a.m., when you eat sugary breakfast, you again be hungry at around 10 a.m. Okay. Now here what happens, you do not have time to eat anything, you do not have time to like sit down and eat something. So more or less you have a tea or you have a coffee here, and again your sugar spikes up, and because your tea or coffee is high in sugar, it again spikes, rises over the normal level, and it goes up to here. Okay, and it goes here, it hits the high level, and again insulin is released. Your sugar is again converted into fats, and your fat balance increases. Okay, because your breakfast is high, or whatever you are eating is high in sugary food or is high in sugar level, the energy which is converted, the energy that is stored, it is stored always in your fat cells. That's why your fats increases. Okay, that's why your fat increases. But now, for example, if you start your day with a highly nutritious breakfast, if you start your day with highly nutritious breakfast, what happens is, I'll show you lower, normal, and high. Okay, so now you have a proper breakfast, high in nutrition, proper in your protein content. How much protein you should consume, if you ask, during the breakfast is 20 grams. Okay, I'm writing it over here so that you will understand. 20 grams of protein you should consume. So when you have your breakfast, be it a nice sprout salad, be it a nice sprout moong dal chila, or sprouts or paneer or whatever protein that you have. It can be also a nutrition shake, whatever it's handy with you. What happens is your sugar level increases, but it increases slowly, like it increases, and it hits a normal level over here. Okay, and when your insulin is released, over here, what happens is the quantity of which here is missing. So the quantity which is going to be converted is going to be converted into fats, and yeah, so the quantity here which we have deficited is going to be converted into fats. But if you are having protein properly and you're working out properly, some amount of it goes to your muscles as well. So the fats, instead of increasing fat cells, it gives help, it supports your muscles also, and fats also are not stored so much. So when you are having high in protein, high in nutritious breakfast, the amount of which the sugar stays in your cells, the sugar stays in your blood cells is more. That's why you are hungry about 12 o'clock over here, 12 p.m. That's why 12 p.m. or even at 1 o'clock if you are having high in nutrition. So that time is your lunch time. Okay, so that time is your lunch time. So then you are going to have your salad, you are going to have your proper lunch over here. And after this, your if you have salads also in your meal, what happens is not so much of sugar is released. It releases, but it takes a steep over here. Okay, so the again when you insulin releases, the amount of fat storage is less. That's why the that's why in this week what we have observed is weight loss. That's why in this week we have observed is weight loss because you are having salads, you are having proper amount of water. Now, water also is stored in the body. So it is a part of your bank account. Okay, so water is also stored. That's why your satiety level increases and your hunger cravings decreases. Okay, so this happens in your body when you have a high in nutritious food. Okay, now, so I'll just clear it out. What do we want is we want a normal rise, normal decrease, like in we see in our river banks. Okay, we do not want angry ocean peaks like this. Okay, we do not want this, we want this. Okay, so when you control on your sugar, when you control on your sugar and junk intake, your fat storage decreases. Okay, what happens is your fat storage is going to decrease. That's why insulin releases, and the amount which is converted into fats, it decreases. Okay, perfect, clear. So now so now what is going to happen? So yeah, okay, so now what happens is, okay, so if you are having a high sugary breakfast, if you are having high on sugar, like over a period of time, you are having high sugary breakfast, like Indian typical breakfast, and not just one plate, two, three plates, and then a cup of tea also with it, your sugar level is going to be like a storm in the sea. So we don't want that. We want a Shant Nadi. Okay, we want a Shant river. So we want a Shant, calm and quiet river in our body. Okay. So now, if you ask me what happens when you are diabetic, when you are insulin resistance in your body. So for example, if you have you ever seen a machine which is not at all done maintenance properly, doesn't go through maintenance phase, the उसको अच्छे से उसका wear and tear, उसका oiling नहीं किया है, उसको कभी ध्यान नहीं दिया है उसके तरफ, and it keeps on working, keeps on working, keeps on working. What happens at one fine time is that machine gives up working and doesn't work anymore. What happens then that you have to add in another machine? That happens when you get sugar resistance. Because of so much of insulin of production in your body, the body stops, the pancreas stops producing insulin. That's why you have to inject or you have to have tablets for insulin so that the body keeps on storing the amount of junk or the amount of sugar that you're giving to your body. This happens when you have sugar resistance in your body. You can decrease it. You can reverse this when you start your day with a highly nutritious breakfast. So, this is your task for this week. You are going to start your day. Now, I'm really very sorry on this video being made in like on Tuesday, and I'm going to give it to you in the evening. So, see to it that from tomorrow, that is Wednesday, you start your day on a high protein and high nutritious breakfast. See to it that you now, this is going to be your experiment. This is going to be your homework that you need to jot down on what protein you can intake. There is a list of vegetarian and non-vegetarian things that are available in the market on Google. Whatever is handy, whatever is close by to you, whatever you can get it, you should get it and start tomorrow with highly nutritious, highly protein-युक्त breakfast. Okay, so this is your task for this week. I hope you have understood the sugar, how why it is really necessary to cut down on sugar and why it is necessary to add in high nutritious breakfast and meals all throughout the day. So we have observed a part of it in the first week because you are adding salads, because you are adding water to it. That's why you that's why we have lost amazing weight this week. So I hope that you start the task from tomorrow and we get amazing results this week also. So you have to follow all the 5 rules this week also and add in the sixth rule, that is cut down sugar and add in protein optimization. That is add in protein breakfast and add in your um add in your breakfast with a lot of nutritious and protein things. So, search what you can eat in the breakfast, what protein you can eat in the lunch, in dinner as well. So, for example, if you are okay with chicken or eggs, you can add in 2 eggs in your lunch and or in your dinner. That is going to be your protein. And if you are vegetarian, you can add in a bowl of dal to your lunch or to your dinner. It's a just vague example that you what you can add in for the protein thing in your breakfast and lunch and dinner. So that's it from my side. If you have any questions, please ping me personally. I will see to it that I will explain you or deliver the answer as soon as possible. I really wish and hope, and I'm utterly sorry. I apologize that I have done a great mistake of not being available these 2 days because of some health issues. So I'll see you tomorrow morning at workout. And please go through this video and ask questions if you have any. So thank you so much and see you tomorrow.